The New York Knicks have won 3 straight games and are 5-0 in Madison Square Garden, and lately they've been proving to you just how scary they can be. Now, yes, I know it is only 8 games into the young NBA season, and we've already seen a couple of bad performances from the New York Knicks, but lately, especially against the Minnesota Timberwolves, recently against the Chicago Bulls, and of course against the Washington Wizards, the Knicks offense looks different. I mean, just check this out. 3 games for the New York Knicks. They've already scored 70 plus points and a half in 3 games this season. They've only played 8 games this season. 72-point second half versus Chicago Bulls in Chicago. 71-point first half versus the Milwaukee Bucks. 83-point second half versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And yes, 2 out of those games they have lost. So let me preface this by saying 2 of those games they have lost. But their offense right now is just hitting a whole nother gear, and this is what we thought coming into this season with newly acquired head coach Mike Brown. He was going to change the system. He was going to change the way the New York Knicks move the basketball. Last season, the New York Knicks were so dependent on Jalen Brunson, so dependent on Karl-Anthony Towns. This season, they acquired new pieces off the bench. You're seeing contributions from Jordan Clarkson. You're seeing contributions from Landry Shamet. Deuce McBride is providing a spark. Josh Hart is providing a spark lately for the New York Knicks over these last 3 games. So you don't have to essentially rely on Jalen Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns so much because the ball is constantly moving. This season, the Knicks already have multiple games over 30 plus assists. That is telling me that they are sharing. And when you share the basketball, good things happen, especially when you have great shooters on your basketball team. The New York Knicks currently have 4 players on their team that are shooting above 40% from 3. And check out this stat from the New York Knicks over their last 4 games. 18 of 45 from 3, good for 40%. 20 of 42, 47%. 36% the game after, 15 of 41. 19 of 42, 45% in their recent game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. So Mike Brown wanted to come in here and preach. He wants to get up at least 40 to 50 three-point shots a game. Well, the New York Knicks have not taken more than 45 three-point attempts over their last 4 games, and they have been converting at a 42% clip when you average it out. Look, I know it's only been 8 games, right? But we're starting to see players be more confident in this system. Take Karl-Anthony Towns for granted. It was just 2-3 weeks ago before the season that he was confused about his role. You're seeing more post-ups from Karl-Anthony Towns. You're seeing him be more aggressive in the paint from Karl-Anthony Towns. We all know him to be a great shooter, but we're starting to see different areas in his game that can ultimately help improve this game. Take Jalen Brunson, for instance, versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. He was absolutely incredible. Couple of rebounds shy of a triple-double, his first. I really wish he would have got that triple-double. But Jalen Brunson in his last 2 games has 19 assists for this basketball club. He is playing like a point guard. We already know what he can do offensively. We already know what he can do in the playoffs. But right now, Jalen Brunson is playing at an elite level, and it's just paying dividends for the New York Knicks. And Mitchell Robinson outplayed Rudy Gobert last game in fewer minutes, by the way. I mean, 9 offensive rebounds in 16 minutes. I mean, that is unheard of. I've never seen that stat line before. Mike Brown said, where have you seen that stat line before? I mean, look, the thing about Mitchell Robinson is it's just health, durability, right? You want him to be on the floor. The Knicks have this master plan in terms of load management, and they want him to be on the floor. So in the playoffs, he can obviously help us hopefully reach the promised land, but it's all about managing his minutes, managing his foot, because it's all about durability with him. We know how dominant he can be. Contract year, the Knicks did not extend Mitchell Robinson this past summer. They haven't extended him yet. Will they? I don't know, but he is so valuable to this basketball club, and they're getting him more involved in lobs. Like last game, we saw him a couple of times on Julius Randle. He's so diverse in what he can do defensively. Now let's get to OG Anunoby. Remember I told you the Knicks have 4 players shooting above 40% from 3? Well, OG Anunoby is 41% from 3, 24-58, 52% corner 3-point shooter from OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. Mikal Bridges shoots 65% from corner 3. OG Anunoby shoots 52% from corner 3. I mean, guys, that's music to my ears. Obviously, there'll be some regression here. It's still super early. But in order to be a great 3-point shooting team, you have to have makers. And over these last 4 or 5 games, the Knicks have proved that although the volume is increasing, the percentages is also increasing in terms of three-point shot. And look, this offense could be unlocked to another level. It's only 8 games, right? But they were so heavily reliant on Brunson and Karl-Anthony Towns in the playoffs. Your turn, my turn. And that's great. Sometimes you got to give Jalen Brunson the basketball and get the heck out of his way. I'm all for that. But what you're seeing is a coach implementing his system, utilizing his bench. Clarkson, Yabu, he'll come around, right? Shamit, Hart. You're seeing these guys form chemistry and you're seeing them play, which is important, right? And you're seeing them mixing and matching with the starters, and it's paying dividends. Look, it's only been 8 games, but these are very promising signs. And also, the Knicks are keeping their turnovers low right now. They're keeping their turnovers low, top 10 in terms of turnovers per game. They're on a current 7-game homestand. They're undefeated in Madison Square Garden, and it could only go up from here. But I thought versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, we saw an A-plus performance from this team, and I didn't expect to see that this early on in the season. Shout out to Mikal Bridges as well. Don't want to forget about him becoming the leader, efficient, three-point assassin, quiet leader on this basketball team. Love what I'm seeing from Mikal. Love what I'm seeing from pretty much the entire starting lineup right now. And guys, I mean, we still have a whole season ahead of us, but I'm excited. Let me know in the comments below, what are you most excited for regarding this New York Knicks team? Who are you more impressed with in terms of a certain player, or are you impressed with Mike Brown's system? Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's go Knicks. As always, I'm Anthony from Knicks Nation. Peace.
Brunson a 3. Bam! Jalen Brunson does it again!